This video is about understanding and creating custom objects within your CRM. To understand custom objects, we must first understand the difference between custom user-defined fields and custom objects. A field is attached to a single contact or company record. This is a one-to-one relationship, meaning that a single contact can have a single value for a given field. An object, on the other hand, allows for a one-to-many relationship, which means that multiple objects can be attached to a single contact or company field. Let's illustrate this with another example. So let's say that you are a realtor and you want to keep track of the homes that your clients have purchased. The custom field will be the single value about who this client is. This includes their name, title, address, annual income, and more. Then you can attach different objects to this client. Each object can represent a different house or real estate that they have purchased. Then, within the attributes, you can store specific information about this transaction. You can have as many attributes and as many objects as you need to relating to your single contact in your account. To get started building out your custom objects, hover over the Apps drop-down and select Custom Objects. This page is where you'll build and store the custom objects within your CRM. By clicking on the pencil mark icon along the left, you can pull up and edit any of the custom objects that you have created. By clicking on the person icon, you can access the permissions for this specific custom object. This page is used to control who on your team can view and edit these custom objects when they are logged into your CRM. Here you'll see a list of each shared access user within your account. There is a top level of permissions for the objects themselves, the first column to the right of the contact. Then you can also manage each of the attributes associated with this object, where you can define if you want them to view or edit each of these attributes. Next, by clicking on the magnifying glass, you can do a quick search for these objects that are attached to contacts or companies within your account. Define each of the attributes you want to show the results for and search for these contacts or companies that are connected with the custom object. When you search for the custom object, your CRM will show you all the contacts and companies who are connected with the objects that match your search criteria. From this page, you can export the list of contacts, access their CRM record, add the contacts into a specific group in your account, or delete the object associated with these contacts. If in the future you realize you want to restore the objects, use the Restore button to recreate the objects for these contacts and companies. Along the left, you can create a custom tab label for these custom objects and how you want to store them within the contacts and companies. To create a new object, click on the New Custom Object Definition button along the top right. Here you'll define the object name, then enter a description for this object, what it is used for, who uses it, and any special instructions you want to store. Define if you want to attach this object to contacts or companies, and define the number of attachments you can associate with this object. Next, click to add a new attribute. Each custom object uses attributes to store specific information relating to that object. This information can be stored in a variety of different ways. For example, you have the text option, which is an open text field where information is kept in a single line. You can expand this text field using the text area, which gives you a larger text box. You can use a date format as well as a date time to include hours and minutes. You can store integers, which can be positive or negative values, as well as use decimals within your attributes. The enum option allows you to choose a single value for a field within the selector. Otherwise, you can use the set option, which allows the user to choose multiple values for the field using checkboxes. You can store images such as PNG, JPEG, or GIF, as well as associate a file of any type that can be downloaded within the contact CRM record. Define the type of attribute you're wanting to create. Then you have the option to show this attribute on the initial load within the contact or company record. For the enum type of attribute, identify all the different type of options you want to create within this drop-down menu, and you can also define a default option for this attribute. Once you have built out your list of attributes, make sure to save this object using the Save Object button along the top right. Once your object has been saved, you can reorganize the attributes by simply dragging and dropping them into the correct order. And click on the red X icon to delete the attribute from your object list. Along the top right of this page, you can import objects into your CRM, save the object you're working on, restore deleted objects with the contacts, delete this custom object, as well as create new custom objects within your CRM. Next, we're going to cover how we store these custom objects within your contacts and companies. To see the custom objects in your contacts, hover over the Contacts dropdown and select View. From here, click on the pencil mark icon associated with the contact. Within the Contact Details page, you'll see the new Custom Object tab along the top right. You'll see each of the custom objects that have been activated for this contact, as well as the amount of objects associated. By clicking on the question mark icon associated with your object, you can see the object number as well as the description that you added. If you have the edit permissions, you can edit any of the custom object attributes, update the custom object, delete the object from the CRM record, as well as add a new attachment. This custom object setting is only available for contacts. Here, we'll locate the contact that is stored within your CRM. Then, once we click to save, you'll see that this custom object is also now associated with your new contact in your account. To add a new custom object with this contact, click on the drop-down menu to select your custom object. Once you click to create, you'll see a list of all the attributes associated. Define the attribute details and continue to save. You'll now see that this custom object is activated for this contact. And if you scroll to the custom object, only the attributes we showed on initial load will be shown on this page. You can click to show or hide the details to see any of the other attributes that are not set to show on initial load. To remove a custom object, you can either delete the specific object or simply hide the custom object from view by unchecking the selections along the top. To see how the custom objects work within companies, click on the Companies tab, then select the specific company you want to manage. Within the Company Details page, you'll see the Custom Objects tab along the right. Here, you can define the custom object you want to add to this company. When you click to create, you'll see all the attributes associated with this object. Here, you can continue to fill out the attributes, such as uploading files, enter descriptions, as well as click on the Edit HTML button to get further customization in the toolbox. Once you have filled out the custom object, save your changes to attach it to the company record. If you have uploaded a file through the custom object, you can click here to download the file or update the file. On this page, you can also add a new attachment, which can connect this custom object and attribute to a contact or company stored within your CRM. Now we'll cover how we share these custom objects with your contacts in your account. For the first option, hover over the Communicate dropdown and select Emailer. Every email you send out to your contact needs to include a profile update or unsubscribe link at the base of this email. When your contacts click on this link, they can access your custom object and update them for their contact record. To customize this profile update link, click on the Profile Unsub icon within your toolbox. Here you can define how you want the link to look within your email and insert this placeholder into the base of your email template. Next, you can customize your profile update page by going into the group settings. Within the Email Web Options tab, Scroll to the bottom of this page where you'll see the Unsubscribe and Profile Update Management section. And to add your custom objects to this page, scroll to the Profile Update fields. The first column of checkboxes indicate the field that will be editable by the email recipients. This is done through that Profile Update link that we just covered. The second column are the fields that are accessible when your group members log into your members only area. At the bottom of this list, you will see that your custom objects are in green. Here, you can identify if you want the custom object to be viewable by your contact, or if your contact can edit these custom objects right from their Profile Update page. Now, when contacts click on the Update Your Profile link within an email, they can view or edit the custom object you have defined for this specific group. Another option would be to embed these custom objects into your sign-up form. Within the website Sign-up Forms area, click to edit your sign-up form. To use the custom objects, you'll first need to turn off the Easy Builder. Then, click into the Information tab. At the bottom of this page, you'll see a list of each attribute connected to your custom objects within your account. Start by identifying the types of attributes you want to include in your sign-up form. These can be optional or required. And simply drag the field up or down to reposition. Within your sign-up form, you can also add logic. For example, you can select to only show this field if a previous response matches a specific value. Another option you could do would to have this field be hidden. This allows you to not show the field within your sign-up form, but to automatically set this field to a specific value. These are a couple ways to streamline your sign-up forms when your contacts are filling them out. Once you have saved your information, go into the Options area. Within the Data Capture heading, you'll now see a list of the custom objects that are associated with the sign-up form. Here you can identify how you want these objects to display on the form. For example, the initial display can be expanded to show all the attributes or compressed. You also can allow multiple objects to be uploaded through the same form. When you click to test your form, you'll see the custom objects display on the form. Since we used compressed, you will need to select the plus option to show all the attributes associated with that object. If you have any questions about how to use custom objects for your business, reach out to our team for more information.